Short rest. Short rest is a period of downtime, at least 1 hour long, during which the character does nothing more strenuous than eating, drinking, reading, and tending wounds. Character can spend 1 or more hit dice at the end of a short rest up to the character's maximum number of hit die, which is equal to the character's level for each hit die. Spent in this way, the player rolls the die and adds the character's Constitution modifier to it. The character regains hit points equal to the total.
You guys do not have an hour.
So let me ask you, when we were back in the room that we were briefly shown, do any of the rooms look secure? Any of the bedrooms, or is it all pretty like rich people live here?
Oh no, it's secure. Yeah, it's absolutely secure. You mean back on the other side of town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, we're over by the Holy District, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, let's drive this sucker over to a church.
Is there a Church of Ula in this area?
Yeah, actually, as opposed to a half an hour away, within about 30 seconds away, you can go north and
it looks like
west.
This building, maybe.
No, it's almost right up here, like just off the north. I don't need to really draw it in, but just off the north side of the map, where the this road splits into 3 ways, and to the left side in that triangle shaped or pie shaped region is the common house for the local religions.
Okay.
It's kind of a large, oddly shaped warehouse that wouldn't be much use for business, but has been allowed to be compartmentalized to represent the various faiths, and there are things around there. So you're going to take it that way?
I'm going to take this creature with me.
Nice. Dragging it along. Make a strength check for me, just for fun.
Strength?
Yeah,
right.
Just for description purposes. Okay.
6.
In your wounded state, you are not quite as pimping in your dragging. You absolutely move him, you're taking him along, but you're struggling and getting him up there as
occasionally he falls out of my hands and I grab him again.
Well, I would imagine you just have to flat out drag him. You know what I mean? It's just too dangerous to hold on to.
All right.
What is that?
Is it just the 2 of us that have taken damage, or have all 3 of us?
Just the 2 of you.
I have not taken any damage.
He was hiding on top of a building for the last 15 seconds.
I'm going to go over to Liam and grab one of his arrows, cast light onto it because it lasts for up to an hour, and then hand it back to him and say, keep an eye on this spot while we go get a little bit of healing here. If something starts coming up, shoot this arrow towards us so we know something's going on.
Okay. Can I climb my rope back on top of the building by the bridge?
Sure.
And get my nice perch going on again.
Matt, will you move the 3 of you? No, yeah, yep. Move the 3 of you out of there. So begins the never heard story of what happened to Liam on the bridge that day. Liam is sitting there, minding his own business, keeping an eye, as he was told, with his glowing arrow, up to the side so it doesn't blind you, so you can see down there. Mm-hmm. When one of these comes out from beneath the bridge.
Of course.
You have never seen anything quite like it. I'll let you see Jake just for fun. You've never seen anything quite like it, and it moves in an incredibly unnatural way. It is almost as though it pours from through the air under the bridge and materializes on the shore and starts making its way up without making a splash or a sound or any trouble stepping. What do you do?
I am I'm going to take a step back on the building and try to figure out which church they went into, as I was not actually paying attention to where they walked away to.
That's funny. They went that way.
They went that way.
They were headed north.
I'm just going to volley the light arrow up into the sky and hope that they'll just look up and notice that there's like a flare in the air.
For me, how long between us leaving and this creature
About a minute.
About a minute. Fantastic.
Yeah. Where do you want your arrow to land? Like, are you shooting it over the city? Are you shooting up where you are?
I'm shooting it pretty much straight up, hoping that it's just going to land dead middle in the street, just a few yards ahead of me.
Roll a 1d20. So you rolled a 16. That's good. Luck is with you. The arrow arc. Well, luck is first not with you in that they don't see the arrow, so you guys don't see them. You guys are making your way. You're busy. Things are going on. The luck is with you though in that the arrow lands next to this creature and it shrieks and slides away from it as far as it can and stands at the edge of its illumination and glares at you. Now look, seeing it fall from the sky and glares up towards where you are.
I'm going to run away as I don't feel safe in my current situation.
Leaping from rooftop to rooftop.
After after a short few minutes, you make your way down. You're nervously, sliding around. You keep hearing like skitters behind every alleyway as you make your way away. But you get away, and you are able to very quickly. Where's the church? And they're like, they're all right there. And you're like, okay. And you make your way there. Shortly behind, on the heels of these guys. Thus ends the story of what happened to Liam on the bridge that day. So you guys push your way, Matt and Jake, Thordin and Oorith. You guys make your way into the religious, common area and push your way, past, various kind of, people just kind of hanging out. What are you looking for? What are you trying to do?
First and foremost, I think I'm going to interrogate this thing a little bit.
Do you want to beseech the people of your faith to heal you?
I guess that's better.
I'm going for the
I guess that's better.
Only because you made a big speech about it off camera, like about how hospitality and all that.
So, let's see here. By the shelter of my faith. I find others who are of that. Giving them how much would standard cost for healing yourself be?
Oh, if you had to pay for it?
Yeah.
Say a gold piece.
A gold piece? For all of us or just
for you?
Just for me.
But of course they won't charge you.
Oh. Well, it does say
you have to provide the
you must provide any materials needed for the spells. Now they're not spells, I'm just having them heal me.
You don't know yet.
Okay. Do I owe them money?
So you make your way through, and you find the stall that is allocated for Ula, and I keep wanting to say Ula, and immediately recognized by a man in robes as a brethren. There's a dwarf, and he has actually got a human boy as a Acoloyte there hanging out with him, and he's like, "This way, brother," just without a question asked, and he actually grabs the other end of the rope, helps you drag the ghoul into the back. Everyone else is like shied away and is like, "What the hell did they just bring in here?" Literally, and you are led back into the vestments. They have like 3 pews on each side of a small aisle. It's a very rinky, even in your state, you're like, what is this little rinky dink kind of thing? But, absolutely takes you in there. You recognize whatever the representation of your faith is, staying up at the front on a dais.
It is a mountain with a ruby.
Right. Okay. Heart. Cool. So what they have done is, in place of actually having a window there, because there wasn't a window there, they have erected something out of fine dwarven craftsmanship, a self-standing kind of thing of glass, and put torches behind it that are always burning and shining the warm ruby light across the house of worship. He pulls you in there, throws the rope around the base of one of the pews, and then takes you to so that the ghoul can't quite get away, and takes you to the other side, and immediately starts to heal you. Yeah, he starts to call upon his faith, and you get 12 hit points back. Or whatever.
I get 11.
Whatever you can fit.
More?
Yep.
Whatever I can fit.
Whatever you can fit. Squeeze it all in.
Back to 12. That feels good.
Jake, where are you at? Ruth, where are you
I'm
at?
following him in there, yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Where are you at with your hit points?
I'm at 2.
Yeah. He turns and immediately follows in on you, giving you 7 hit points back.
Woohoo!
Are you full?
Yes.
Okay. Your wounds stitch themselves up and heal. The scabs come over and fall off, and you are very hungry, but you are very sturdy and feeling good. Maybe just a little sore. Both of you. Especially your back and shoulder, Ruth. That in a matter of a minute that happens, and you are feeling right as rain. Yeah. Without questions asked and without.
I'm gonna see if I can tell the kid to watch out front for a lit arrow that should be coming down in the ground, or if it may be coming out our direction.
That is one perceptive fucking kid. That kid runs outside. Is like, yes, sir. Runs outside and looks, and sure enough, sees an arrow in the sky and says, "I see something. I'll be right back." And he runs off.
Wait, what?
And he's gone.
What did he see?
It's perceptive but stupid.
It's not like the monsters like kids or anything.
Okay.
Okay. So you want to immediately start interrogating this thing.
Well, first off, I'm going to ask the man who just healed me, because he seems incredibly adept at not only healing people, but also quite familiar with handling one of these things.
Yeah.
Ask him about, what can you tell me about this creature?
All right. Yeah. He
not just this type of creature, but why was I able to find this creature?
For sure. He says a ghoul. He's like, yeah, sure, brother. A ghoul is much more than just a creature that died in a violent way. This is the creation of both the abyss, the deep, dark, demon kind of realms, as well as just a violent and evil kind of nature being twisted into a creature. This is much worse than perhaps a zombie or a skeleton that is a mindless attacker. This is a thing that seeks out and eats and destroys and kills and is driven. Often murderers become ghouls and other such creatures. He said, you brought one alive. And he said, I have never seen one alive. He said, I have faced these creatures before in my adventuring days, but I have not, had one incapacitated in front of me.
Do you know of anything that would be useful to garner information from this beast?
He's like, I happen to have a book of experiments that we could conduct and see what we could do.
I would like to know more about where it's been, what it's been working with, why it's doing.
He looks a little bit disappointed at the mundane things that you want to know first, but he's like, okay, we can do that first. And and proceeds. In the interest of time, you guys torture, nicely torture and invoke the spirits of your deity. I mean, both men of faith you guys are pouring your belief and your fervor into this creature and compelling it to tell you what it wants to know. And less than words and more in images and intimations, it communicates with you through syllables. It's like tear, rip, sunder, eat, little flesh, fresh, delicious. But it continues to tell you effectively that it is hungry, it is angry, it is always compelled to do what it does, and it is sad, and it is not meant to be here still. That something was done to it to keep it here, trapped, tortured, maimed, compelled, chained,
coerced.
Yeah, coerced. It says in a British accent. And that's kind of the most that you can get out of it at the moment. Is there anything specific you're trying beyond that?
Well, with its limited ability to explain itself, I'm not sure how much deeper I can get. I'd really like to know the details of why evil things were under that bridge.
Sure. It says, Shadow Master keeps and feeds and feeds. And you ask, why are you there, or where did you come from? And it says, memories, no.
So it has no memories.
It doesn't. Yeah, it would appear not to know what happened from before, which you would even know is not uncommon for undead things to have forgotten their previous life.
So, what does it know about the Shadow Master?
Shadow Master lives and feeds and keeps us there, compels, and just kind of keeps repeating itself. Basically that it is trapped and unable to leave, and that the Shadow Master keeps it there.
Okay, so the Shadow Master is the master?
Yeah, you don't even know. Shadow Master could mean something a long ways away. It could mean something under the bridge. It could mean somebody in town. It could mean anything. but it definitely seems to be. It definitely is talking about the bridge. The bridge is like its center of its universe. It has no real conception of things. It's not saying like live in the hills and travel far distances or whatever. It is like entire existence is in that little area there.
So since my helper, the priest or whatever he is, was giving me a weird look for such mundane questions.
Yeah.
I ask him, is there anything you've been itching to know from one of these alive?
Oh, I don't have many questions. I just would like to try a whole slew of things. And he starts gathering up vials of and various holy relics and instruments of faith, and starts pressing them into various parts of its body and using like ink to write like holy symbols onto it, and just starts experimenting and taking it apart piece by piece.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And in this time, has Nick entered?
Yes, good question. So as the good priest starts trying to figure out what it is, you are able to make your way through, and you come running in, right? Like you're not feeling super happy, and you look around, and like 6 different priests from different religions just silently point in the direction of where like the last disturbance came from. You did not see the boy run out.
Yeah.
You make your way in and find them immediately. You find what I've described. They're sitting there at the front. They are looking a ton better. It's instantly recognizable that they're standing and healthy and doing something to the ghoul.
Wait. When he runs in,
yeah,
I'm going to ask him, so did you see the little boy out there? The Acoloyte?
I did not see any little boy at all.
Son of a... Okay, so I'd start running out the building, looking for this kid.
And quickly I asked the leader, where would he have just gone to?
Said, what did you tell him?
Jake?
Oorith?
Is he already running out of the building?
Lit up arrow.
So you hear Oorith say, told some little boy to watch for a lit up arrow, and he took off. Do you say anything? Are you good? You want to say much?
I have nothing.
Hungry.
I shot the arrow, and I thought I needed some help, and I came and found you guys. I'm not quite sure what I saw, but it was afraid of the light, and I got out of there. I didn't take my time to look at every little detail. It was just something. It was a situation I did not want to be in.
Very bad day, guys. A very bad day.
As much as the player disagrees with this, my character goes after the boy.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, that's in here.
All right. So you're in there for like 10 seconds, and they just fucking haul ass out of there again. Do you follow?
Having seen what you saw,
are there snacks available here? Sandwiches, perhaps?
I will reluctantly follow them, but still at my own pace and distance.
I will say for the sandwich comment, there is a priest essentially torturing a disgusting thing in the corner. So I'm not particularly hungry at the moment.
True, yeah. But you are thirsty.
You haven't seen the things I have seen, my friend.
Do you have a halfling character, Matt? Another halfling creature? Here. That's about kid-sized, right?
Right.
You guys, why don't you guys arrange yourselves on the map as you come back down here? And what you run up to see is that the Acoloyte boy is now is floating above the river. They are just at the edge of the light cast by the arrow that is still stuck in the ground right there. You know, the arrow. Since we can. The arrow is stuck right there, and it's casting a big circle of light around it. And yay! And it is let's get these guys out of here just for now because they're confusing. It is being like his feet kind of like weakly kick, just the toes are touching the water as it floats above there, and he appears to be being choked by this floating spectral demon. Its wings beat silently in the air as it floats above the water.
Okay, the kid is being choked by it?
Yeah, it's carried it out over the water and is hovering above the water.
I'm gonna hurl a javelin at the creature.
Nice.
No two ways around it.
Yeah.
So do I need to make an attack roll then?
No, you can. We'll start there. We'll start with Thordin on your initiative. Go ahead. Let's keep the same on initiative, but we'll let you see what it feels like to go first.
I'll start. All right, so I'm throwing a javelin.
Yeah.
It's a javelin. Let's see if I can find it. I'm sure it's far enough. It's like 60 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can throw.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like looks like about 30 or 40 feet away. You don't hit the boy.
5.
You don't hit the boy.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
And I'm down to 4 javelins.
Okay. You hear splash, and your javelin is gone.
Right. It was floating down river.
Yeah, but you didn't hit the boy.
That's important.
Yeah, because you didn't roll a 1, you rolled a 2. All right, so the bad thing has made no notice of you and is working on just slowly pulling the life out of this boy. Liam.
Am I able to, like, lasso the boy with my whip and try to, like, pull him back to shore?
I don't see why not. You'll have to run. How long is it?
I think
Reach just lets him go 2 squares away.
Yeah.
So you could stand right at the edge of the water.
so I have 30, and it's 5 each, right?
Yep, you can make it right to the edge of the water.
All right, so I'm going to go for that.
Okay.
So now I'm all the way right.
Yep.
Yep. Should have made the lit area bigger.
That's
Did that to myself.
actually when you started making it, I was like, oh.
So is this an attack roll then, or am I?
Yes. Let's say, yeah, an attack, but it's a finesse weapon, so use your dexterity modifier. Okay. So it's plus a billion. Nope.
Nope. 11.
Your whip whips almost silently through the air and just misses.
Okay.
Yep. So that was your turn. Oorith?
Is the dwarf getting another javelin?
I don't know yet.
No, never mind. The dwarf's horrible at throwing things. Can I run down?
He looked frustrated.
Can I run down and grab the glowing arrow and then shoot it in the same round?
Yeah. Could you have a bow?
I do.
Oh, geez, yeah. I totally knew that. You use your loot as a bow.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. You can totally do
Killing with the D string.
Yep. Can you put him up where the arrow is, Matt? And yeah, you run up there, you pluck it out of the ground, and fire it.
Natural 20.
In this moment, you think about all the great stories that you've heard and the great stories that you've told and the acts of valor and heroism. And you instantly start to just, aggrandize this moment as your arrow quivers and flies through the air, shining light across the bridge and everything, and embeds itself right in the heart of this beating creature. And it erupts into a burst of smoke and ash, and the boy drops in the river and starts floating down the river face down.
Somebody get the kid. I can't swim.
I will say that dwarves hate water.
It looks like I'm headed in after the kid. I'm already on the shore.
First initiative?
All right. So, absolutely. So, no problem. You jump in there, slosh your way through, and you catch him somewhere under here, and then drag him back up. And kind of make your way back through the sludge and get back out of there. As you do, the arrow itself kind of floats down the river next to you, like not in the creature. The creature's gone, and illuminating the way. And as you're going up and it's coming down, you see a small bloody shoe and a little pinky from a child, like in the weeds. As you make your way back up to the shore. And that is where we'll end for the day.
All right, fair enough.
Excellent.
Get my arrow back.
Hey, technically speaking, that's my arrow.
Oh, good point. I already saved you one.
I'm down to 13. Does that mean you're giving me my arrow back?
You were going to give it to me. I told you to retrieve it while you were in the water.
All right, so I'll put my arrows back to 14. All right. Very good, everybody. Real quick, it would be really fun to hear just like first thoughts on playing a game for some people, for Nick and stuff like that. I mean, you don't have anything. It's not an interview or anything like that. I'm just curious because
it's not an interview.
No,
Right.
because that's my job.
There's no wrong answers.
There's no wrong answers.
Oh, a lot of fun.
Different than you expected, or kind of what you had been listening to podcasts. So.
Yeah, via the research and stuff I did beforehand, very similar, but a lot more fun than just listening to it.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say
I definitely care more.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. That's
Rather than,
cool.
just listening to it and you're like, you only rolled a 6. Like, that sucks. But then, as Matt tries to hit a guy and rolls a 6, you're like, oh, shit. Like, no, we need to hit him.
Yeah.
Or a 2.
Well, and me falling on my face, I was kind of like, oh, man.
Yeah.
It's like, Jeff really is trying to kill us.
Well, and doing the math on the enemies, I'm like, what the hell, man? What are you throwing at us?
Yes. I did plan it for a 4-character party and forgot to roll it down, but that's okay. It's fine.
We managed,
you guys
barely.
I will after this moment, I won't ever tell you guys things like this, but you guys did make it through only half of what I had planned for today, which is fine. That's good.
We had beers.
Yeah, we had beers, and we spent the first, little while doing characters, but without as long as we took. But that's always a good thing, at least for me, because that means I have stuff ready for next time and then can add to it. But you never know. You never know when people are going to skip something or move past or whatever. What about you, Matt? Because you played before, but
yeah, I played once. I played poorly. I had no idea what I was doing, and I'm fairly certain I did it wrong.
It's cool. I still have no idea what I'm doing.
You did all right.
You guys did great.
You did good.
Yeah, everybody did great. You guys are good role players.
Yeah, I like it. I definitely had a lot of fun. I'm learning more about my character, I think, as time goes on. But definitely a little bit confined to the whole fifth edition, like personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws.
Yeah.
So right away I bought you that sandwich and that drink because of my ideal of charity.
Oh, that's
Here's this guy, he's hungry, he's dirty, he has no food and no money.
Nice. Yeah.
So I was like, screw it.
Now, you said confined, but that was a cool moment.
Not
confined in a good way?
in a good way.
Yeah.
Kind of it was the right thing to do.
And I will say, from watching you guys play, I really like 5th edition. I think I'd say, because Matt, you've spent time with 3, 3.5, and 4, just looking at it and whatever. Mm-hmm. Would you agree? It seems much more streamlined.
I enjoyed the character building a lot.
Yeah,
and I do enjoy. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. My brain is still having a hard time getting over the 3 actions per turn.
Yeah, that's stuck in me too.
Gone because I keep thinking, well, I've got a minor. Wait, no, I don't. I don't have a minor.
And
nothing I can do with it.
And I also was definitely remembering healing surges and stuff and going, why aren't they just? Oh yeah, oops.
And I spent that lay on hands.
Yeah.
But I needed to. But at that point, I was at 4 hit points.
Yeah.
So if I hadn't, I would have died sooner.
Yeah.
Is that something where progressing through the story, one of us can learn more about healing, or
you'll start picking up spells.
Can figure out a different way.
And we can buy healing potions.
Yeah,
as well.
Okay.
That'll be a thing that we can pick up.
And that's a good point.
Especially if we decided to, prepare in any way whatsoever for going over the bridge,
rather than drinking.
Well, and we're all going to figure out the exact difficulty range of the world as we go to and whatever. But what about you, Jake? As somebody who's played a little bit more, what did you think?
I thought it was a lot of fun, honestly. We did, we got some good flexibility in what we were able to do, and it was just a lot of fun on this one. Good. I liked it.
Yeah, I like the rules. I did not like 3.5 or 4 a lot. I did not dislike them. It's like pizza or sex. Any D&D is good D&D, but the wow. But there was something that got away from the role playing in the previous ones, and I've only really started to realize that it's just how long battles take. The battles are much quicker in this, which is good.
I was surprised how quickly we got into combat, even though I had done my best to not because I
mean, if you want, I could just kill everybody.
Well, I think you're already there. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess if you hide on top of buildings, random arrows, you're good at that. I had to play the meat shield roll today.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's fun. It'll be interesting to play. All right, guys. Well, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks, everybody, for watching. This was our first chapter of the game, and we will keep you updated as we play more and start releasing more. Thanks.